How fast do you normally go from
Fast.
piece to piece? Fast? Oh, do I need to pick up my
You would have
pace?
been fired already.
Well, I didn't want to get fired on my first day, so I picked up my pace. I was trying to beat the heat of 98. Yes, that's what we got to today for our high.
Heard of where's my trash can with strong winds, but out here in West Texas, we're used to strong winds, so we're here to ask the question, where's your cowboy hat?
By saying goodbye to you guys. We're on the last week of rodeo, and we're going to talk about the thing that I wanted to since the beginning.
Yeah, we're gonna show y'all the fair food.
A lot that goes into training and caring for rescued donkeys at Peaceful Valley, and unfortunately, the only experience I have with working with donkeys is
They claim my aunt was named after the family donkey. She doesn't like that story.
looks like this guy isn't going to get fired just probation. Okay.
Get the weather right, and then you'll be in a good streak, man.
Yes. So it looks like I will just be sticking to weather for now. But it's not easy as it looks.
It's too little. Stop making a mess, I'm sorry.
So I tried again.
That's too much, right?
Yes.
And again.
Go! I'm at 13. You put the pressure on me. This one's gonna be on the money. This is I'm feeling it. Yes!
I'm glad I took on the challenge and I even gained a new fan.
Why are you following me? I don't know this place. If we get lost, I'm blaming you.
Or maybe not. Let me tell you, cleaning up after 800 donkeys is a tougher job than you think.
Am I missing spots?
Yeah, the whole thing.
So I tried to make the job easier by keeping conversation.
So how many Christmas songs about donkeys do you guys know? You guys haven't heard of any? So do I get a tip after they're done eating, or?
Sure.
Yes. I only accept 20%. So may I ask you a question? Are you super busy?
Yes, sir.
So for brisket, I hear it takes hours. And you guys have, how long do you cook your brisket for? Or is it a secret?
I smoke it at least 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
Good afternoon and welcome to Contra Valley Live. I'm your host, Jay Martin. I see you're in full swing with No Shave November.
I am working.
Well, welcome back. I have Charlotte Anderson on, and we have an event going on already. You've got, I don't want to spoil anything, but one truck has already left with the tires, and so this event, you have a great title for it. What is it?
Yes, so Tires to Go.
Originally from here, when I got here, I found out, like, with the base and how much people do a lot for veterans, and even the Veterans Day Parade, how big it is, and you guys do a lot.
Well, you have to remember, San Angelo is a veteran community. We have Goodfellow Air Force Base here, which brings a lot of...
Yeah, you said Express, and sometimes when people hear hiring events, it seems like a very long process. So Express is, you guys already said 3 steps, and someone could be hired that day.
Yeah.
And fishing is a big part of life and the economy in West Texas, and while proper habitat is vital for the survival of a healthy herd of white-tailed deer, too many deer can be destructive, so hunting is necessary, but there are limitations put in place by Tom Green County to ensure a balance is sustained. Kayla Brown tells us more in News Connection. Yeah, that is quite a bit, and you brought a little visual, because, you know, a lot of people think that 18-wheeler is a lot, and then you see how many you can actually fit in there.
Right, so geometry wasn't my specialty. I'm just putting up the disclaimer.
I know, neither was mine.
However,
yeah, and you definitely want San Angelo to come and greet him and show him.
Yes.
We're pretty friendly here and got good brisket as well.
We got the best brisket. Hey,
It's really hard to believe it's the beginning of September, but you guys got to get a lot of stuff done before November to get the packages out there and sent pretty much all over the world.
that's right. These go to about 135 to 40 different countries, but don't.
The holiday season, a lot of people think of the Nutcracker, and here to talk about that with our ballet here in town is Savannah. Savannah, how are you? They say a bit of manual labor is good for you, so I followed people's advice and headed out to the Peaceful Valley to do just that. There's a
lot that goes into training and caring for rescued donkeys at Peaceful Valley, and unfortunately, the only experience I have with working with donkeys is
They claim my aunt was named after the family donkey. She doesn't like that story.
so I had a lot to learn. Luckily, I had the trusty workers there to teach me, and they first showed me how to feed them.
Any specific spots?
Just put it in their trough.
Excuse me. Excuse me, guys.
Out, they'll kick you.
You say that now as I'm like halfway in here. So do I get a tip after they're done eating, or?
Yes. I only accept 20%, but unfortunately, the only tip I got was how to properly clean up after.
So what you do is you'll just take the broom.
Okay.
You're just gonna sweep in like a pile. Just make a big pile, or several small piles, and then the shovel. Just sweep it up and shovel it in here.
Let me tell you, cleaning up after 800 donkeys is a tougher job than you think.
Am I missing spots?
Yeah, the whole thing.
So I tried to make the job easier by keeping conversation.
So how many Christmas songs about donkeys do you guys know?
Yeah, I don't know.
You guys haven't heard of any?
Do you want me to play?
No, they can look it up later. There's one called Dominic the Donkey, the Italian Christmas donkey. I suggest listening to it.
I'm glad I took on the challenge, and I even gained a new fan.
Why are you following me? I don't know this place. If we get lost, I'm blaming you.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, they also let me try some of the treats that the donkeys got. Not a fan of those, but they were, so. Time right now, 6:47, and the temperature currently sitting at 33 degrees. And coming up next on Concho Valley this morning, we'll be talking with Jordan Minjarez, who's the recreation supervisor for the city of San Angelo. And we'll have your full weather forecast coming up. Concho Valley this morning, we'll be right back. Heard of where's my trash can with strong winds, but out here in West Texas, we're used to strong winds, so we're here to ask the question, where's your cowboy hat?
In the Concho Valley, gusts can get up to 30 miles per hour, so we wanted to test at what speed do you lose your hat to the wind. We started out at 20 miles per hour. The hat stayed on. Then we increased to 25 miles per hour. That's when the hat started to get a little shaky. The wind then got underneath the brim, and we lost the hat. We found out keeping your hat low can already help in high winds, so next we increase the winds even more. This allowed us to get to 40 miles per hour. But that wasn't good enough for us, so we increased the winds up to 55 to 60 miles per hour. The hat stayed on until the wind finally got underneath the brim. This just goes to show, keep your hat low when the winds are high.
Well, I'm here at the Goodyear Proving Grounds here in San Angelo. Even though it's windy and clear skies, we're here to learn some tips on how to drive during storms, severe and not severe, and how to handle hydroplaning. Let's go see what we can learn.
The first thing and the most important thing is just avoid hydroplaning in general, which is by reducing your speed, or, the only other thing you can really do is, by the way your tires are maintained. If the car starts to slide and hydroplaning, starts to hydroplane, not making any sudden movements, so any sudden inputs to the brake or the steering or the throttle, can help you not lose control. But yeah, the most important thing is speed. So you control it by how fast you're going. The faster you go, the more likely you are to hydroplane.
And you're saying deep water, and I'm thinking like feet, but it's not feet, it's like inches.
Yeah, so deep water for us is like a 1/4 inch of water. So good now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
There you go.
Same time, if you do, for whatever reason, need to replace, 2 tires, you need to put the new tires on the rear, and so that means that when you get into a hydroplaning situation, you'll lose grip from the front, not the rear, so you give you a better chance of maintaining control. You are in a scenario where you're doing what you can. You have properly inflated tires, the car's maintained, and you have you're controlling your speed, and you still get in a scenario where the roadway is very slick, or you do hydroplane, or you're in kind of winter conditions where it's like if the rear of the car starts to slide so it oversteers, the proper technique is to steer into the skid. So if the car starts to slide to the right, you want to steer to the right. How much and how, a lot of that depends on what you're feeling, and you can't necessarily say what to do in every condition, but that's kind of the basic technique. If you're understeering or the front tires have lost grip, the main thing you need to do is smoothly apply the brakes. So that puts more weight on the front tires, which can give you more grip.
The biggest thing to remember as we head into severe weather season with driving is to reduce your speed.